11 people were gunned down at a Pittsburgh synagogue. Here are their stories. Cecil and David Rosenthal were familiar faces at Pittsburgh's Tree of Life synagogue. The brothers from Squirrel Hill sat in the back of the temple and greeted people as they came in to worship, said Susan Hauptman, who grew up in the synagogue. Cecil, 59, was tall and gregarious, she said. His younger brother, 54-year-old David, was the serious one. They were like the ambassadors, she said. They were always there. And they will always be there in our hearts. There's also Dr. Jerry Rabinowitz, a primary care physician in Edgewood Borough, who touched the lives of many patients with HIV. One patient said Rabinowitz was known as the one to go to because of how he treated everyone with respect and dignity. The community will bid farewell to the brothers and Rabinowitz on Tuesday in the first of the funerals for the 11 worshippers killed when a gunman stormed the synagogue on Saturday morning. The victims include a spry nonagenarian, a couple who were married in the synagogue, and a family physician remembered for the bow ties he wore and the care he provided, often to multiple generations of the same families. Irving Younger of Mount Washington also greeted Tree of Life members and visitors with a big smile and a handshake, a friend said. He was a guy that, when you walked in, he was the first person that would meet you and help you find a seat, his pal and former Tree of Life president Barton Schachter told CNN. He liked to make sure you knew where you were in the prayer book. It was his duty. He felt responsible. He felt like his role was to help serve. It was a role that came naturally to the charismatic 69-year-old, who had been frequenting the synagogue for at least 10 years, Schachter said. A former real estate agent, Younger used to have an office on one of Squirrel Hill's main thoroughfares. More recently, he enjoyed spending time at one of the sidewalk tables in front of a local coffee shop, where he appointed himself as greeter, Schachter said. Years ago, Younger coached Little League, said Meryl Ainsman, whose son played on his team. She remembered him as a kind man.